Okay, so the next part in writing a research proposal is how you are going to write a research introduction. So here I'm going to give you some tips on how to write a research introduction. So what is a research introduction? Research introduction is the background of this study that states the rationale, the problem issues to be addressed, and make justification as to need to undertake this study. So what is this rationale? When we talk about rationale, these are your basis or motivation that makes you conduct this study. So what motivates you to conduct this study? Okay. Is there any problems or issues to be addressed? So you have to make justification why to conduct this study, why there is a need to undertake this study. So for example, if your research title is the impact of COVID-19 pandemic to the financial performance of microenterprises in Tuguegarao City. So what is your rationale or basis to conduct this study? Okay. So what motivates you to conduct this study? Okay, so is there any problem or issues that you found out in this particular research title? So for example, okay, um, financial performance of microenterprises. Why there's a need to conduct a study about the performance of microenterprises? So perhaps you would say that microenterprises add value to the local economy. That's why we need to conduct this study. Okay, what else? It improves quality of life for business. It provides jobs. Okay, microenterprises is the economic backbone of the community. So in other words, we are conducting this research, the final performance of these microenterprises, because microenterprises has a big role or contribution in the economic development. See? So that's how we are going to write our research introduction. So there must be a rationale, okay, or basis, or what motivates us to conduct this study. Is there any problems or issues that we found out in this study? Okay, why we conduct the research? So we have to make some justification why we need to conduct this study or why there is a need to conduct this study. So here, so what I'm going to give you some tips. So what you should include in your introduction. I'll give you a list to follow so that you can prepare a research paper introduction outline and follow it when you are writing. So the first is you have to introduce the topic. So state your topic and add some connected with topic issues that bothers you a lot. This is a perfect strategy to intrigue the reader. So for example, if your topic is on the financial performance, okay, of micro enterprises, so you are going to give some of the variables that would connect financial performance. Okay, so are there problems that you are encountered in these micro enterprises during the COVID-19 pandemic? So what are the performance? Okay, can you give some variables, okay, or factors that would contribute to the financial performance of these micro enterprises? Okay, so you have to you have a topic and then you are going to look into some connected topic issues that the readers would intrigue. Okay, perfect strategy to intrigue the reader. Okay, next is it is recommended to start with general information and then following down to a specific aspect. Okay, so if our research title is on the performance of micro enterprises, so what are the different variables that we are going to include on the financial performance of these micro enterprises? Okay, so we have to state our introduction from general into a specific one. Okay, next is create some context and background. So you will need some sources of information or literature sources to refer. Okay, so these literature sources would support your topic or study. It would support your topic of or study. So don't neglect modern time scholars that are being deeply concerned about the issue or opinion you stated, because these are very significant that would support in your study. So we have to look into other studies, okay, or previous studies that would support our claims, okay, the claims or the problems or issues that we found out in this study. So it may be that we have the same idea, okay, on the other studies on what you are conducting now. So we have to cite some of the previous studies, okay. So we call them literature sources. And then state your rationale. So this is what I'm telling while ago, that we have to give our basis why we are conducting the research. So when you are going to write your introduction, why we are conducting this research, what motivates us to conduct this research? Is there any problems or issues to address? Okay, and we have also to prove its relevance or significance and gives readers food for thought. In other words, we have to look into the importance of our study. Okay, the importance, the significance in the community, the significance to the to the people, and the significance to our country. Okay, so what's the relevant? Okay, and it gives readers food for thought. In other words, it gives an information to the reader. Okay, an information for them that they have to know. Okay, and then what is the research gap? When we talk about a research gap, these are the problems or issues that we found out in this study. Okay, research gap, we called it a research gap. Issues, okay, or problems that we found out in this study, why we are conducting this particular research. And then state your hypothesis. Okay, so at the end of the introduction, we have to inform, okay, to inform the readers, okay, what our general objective in our study. Okay, so we have to inform them, and we have to add that, or it must be written at the end of the introduction. Okay, and other significant objectives that you want to include in your study. So you have to include them at the end of the introduction.